Welcome, babes. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me at Key to Success on all platforms. We're getting right into it. I performed a frontal ponytail takedown, and we are going to reuse the frontal. It's a 20-inch straight HD frontal from the Pretty Bazaar hair collection. I wanted y'all to see the neatness and symmetry of the frontal. Building everything neat is the key to a proper install. So the clickbait part of this video is saying that it's a tutorial. It's quite possibly a look and learn, but I will be talking through it, so look and learn. If there's anything I don't show in full detail, it's because there are 100 videos on YouTube showing it. So I'm going in with the Boho liquid gold to secure my cap. I use Boho instead of glue. Just because I just want to put the glue on the skin. I don't really want to put it too much on the hairline. Once you lay the middle down, you're going to lay the sides down. First, you're going to put one layer of the Boho glue, and then you're going to put the tape. Once you put the tape down, you can continue on with your layers. Once you lay your lace in the glue, you want to blow dry it on cool. Then I'm going to spray the EBIN adhesive spray onto my rat tail comb, and I'm going to further melt the lace. So I do this instead of spraying so I don't make the baby hairs or the face crusty. Well, as crusty as possible because it already be crusty after you dry the skin out with the alcohol and put the skin protectant. So you just melt in, and I'm using cool because I feel like adhesive heat makes adhesive lift, so it's not my preference. So don't forget to get behind the ears with the EBIN. And again, we're using the cool setting for the blow dryer. So after this, I'm going to sew the cap down in the back. So when I had laid the cap down, I used Boho liquid gold on the back of it and some Chi hairspray to make it hard, so that when I got to this part where she doesn't have a lot of hair, I was securing it to the cap. So I'm not poking her because if you can tell, the cap is super hard. So I'm just securing the lace to the cap in this instance. So typically I would be putting putting the needle through the hair and it's being secured with the whip stitches, but the bow hole worked really good with that. So if you have guests who have hair right there, I put a little skin protectant to make it easier to lift up that glue. Not, it don't usually be glue, but like the bow hole or whatever you use to secure your cap down with. You want to make everything comfortable. You don't want it. You want it to be neat. So I wouldn't even play with y'all. I don't know why the front of that lace looks like that, because it didn't look like that in person. It may just, when I'm recording, we was falling asleep and stuff, so it may be that, but trust me, if it was like really messed up, I would have started. Yeah, I don't have no problem starting over. I would have started over or adjusted, but it's not, I promise. And I know that she doesn't like to have baby hair in the middle part, so I wouldn't even play with y'all, I promise. So I'm just going ahead and I'm taking out the baby hairs, however much you desire, but I always use round, curved, fluid motions. So no sharp lines. When I come to the sideburns, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make the sideburns go as far up as her natural hairline behind her ear. And again, this is a frontal that I'm reusing, so I'm going to pluck it lightly. I already pluck relatively light just so that you have a chance to reuse the frontal and I don't pluck it bald on your first day. I'm just doing a little light plucking, like I said. Then I'm going to go ahead and part the frontal off for the braids. So typically when I'm parting, I do any hairstyle, I use the face landmarks to kind of create symmetry. So the nose, the eyebrows, the eyeball, like whatever, so that you're able to duplicate it on each side. And once I finish with that, I'm going to connect my parts to the back from side to side. I thought this would be a good time to let y'all know that I'm sensitive about my, and even more sensitive about my girls. I am a girl's girl. My channel will be a safe space for love, beauty, and positivity. I started this particular video where I did because my priority is security and comfortability. It does not matter how you come in, you're going to be leaving out, feeling yourself, and those are the only moments I prefer to capture. I know that my black business is going to take off because I'm raw, okay? Not from the element of shock value. So let's just keep that in mind. Be kind to others. Use the sense God gave you. And don't make a fool of yourself being ignorant, okay? So again, I'm just connecting the braids from side to side. I don't get these two because I felt like, the rest of it was self-explanatory. So I had to decide whether or not I was going to try and do feed-ins. Because, everybody thinks I braid good, but I know some co-braiders, so I don't like to claim like I'm a braider. I get the job done. I'm finesse guy, you know what I'm saying? I get it done. So I went ahead and laid the baby hairs so they could melt while I finish the braiding part. I'm going to show you guys. Oh, I didn't even show cutting it. I just used a razor to cut them. And then as you can see, I'm using some Nairobi foam to lay it down. Put your wig grip on. All right, so this is the part, right? I'm going to use black beeswax on the natural hair. And I'm going to use jam on the front of the hair. I'm still taking it, doing it side by side. one of the things that I'm going to do to kind of secure the lace, especially being that it's not sewed down, is I'm going to put a braid in there. So I started off doing the concealer, but I just decided that I was going to finish it off with the concealer at the end. And you go ahead and spray. The spray going to make it matte, and it's going to set it into the lace, where not just the lace part, not just the part is having concealer on it, but the under part to the lace has the concealer on it as well. Once you put the hairspray on it, it'll like carry it down there a little bit and just set the concealer. So that's what I like to do. So I was going to slow this part up, but I'm just going to show it twice. So I'm just prepping the braid or whatever, but there's going to be and like an 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, just depending on the density of your guest's hair, but a little slither. You want to take a little slither from the frontal, and then a little slither from the back of the natural hair. I don't know why I'm saying slither, but like literally like an 1/8 of an inch, right? And you want to combine it into a small braid. So again, I accidentally got black beeswax on the frontal, but it's okay. I'm gonna fix it when I finish. I'm just gonna go back in with the concealer and the black beeswax to kind of camouflage everything. So this is the part. So you're gonna take a 1/8 inch from the from the back of the frontal, 1/8 inch from the front of the hair, and you're going to make a little braid. And for me, this helps keep the side braids stable, since there aren't since I didn't really sew it down to anything. It keeps the braids stable and keeps your frontal from shifting where you put your parts at, as well as blending in the frontal and the natural hair as best as possible. You have to remember that this is all an illusion, guys. Doing this is kind of wild, you know, especially with me being a perfectionist, and most of our scalps is white. So the issue with like busting it down and putting parts inside of it is kind of like hard to match, because there isn't a world where I would have made her cap white, you know what I'm saying? So what do, you know? I feel like I did the best that I could, you know, with turning a frontal into braids. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna just start and do the butterfly braid. This is pretty much the end of the video because I didn't do all 6 of them. I just wanted to show you guys the butterfly braid and tacking it down. So I had a guest, so I was rushing, so I didn't even like separate the hair out. So as you're about to see, that kind of threw me off. And like I said, if something is ugly, baby, I don't have no problem taking it down. It needs to be a vibe, you know. It needs to give what it's supposed to give, and if it don't, it comes right on down, and we start it over. I say, I know I can do better, so I'm going to do better, right? So once I finish the braid, I'm just going to go ahead and butterfly it and tack it down to the braid that I already did on the scalp with some thread. Then I'm going to combine the ends of the natural braid into the butterfly braid. And I'm going to use some black beeswax to kind of put all the places that look a little sparse, kind of camouflage it to match the density of the frontal a little bit. And then go over it with the concealer one more time. Put my 2 buns in. I literally, since it's 6 braids, I took 3 braids, made it 1 braid. I took the other 3 braids, made it 1 braid, and made 2 little bun situations, you know. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you did learn something or something that you want to try. If you have any tips for me, leave them down in the comments section. If there's any videos that y'all want me to record, let me know. I'm open. I have a lot of content that I need to upload, but I'll do anything y'all say, okay? Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't try to get up out of here without subscribing to my YouTube. You see, this your girl's first video. Help a sister out, okay? Don't be like that, okay? Follow me on Instagram at Key to Success, TikTok, Twitter. I'm on all of it, you know? And this is the finished product. Cute. I had just did the concealer and sprayed it down before I started recording, so it dried much matter once I was done recording, but you definitely can see the lines. It's okay though. It's cute. I mean, I did my best ones and twos, okay? Toodles!